real quick, does anyone know the name of the disorder where you have Waterloo stuck in your head for 2 days straight? Whatever it is, I have that. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, I'm Fat Sajak. And you, turns out, are not. Gin. I haven't drank in a year. Leave me alone. Even though today would be a really good time to start. How are you doing? Life is a nightmare. Anyway, today I just had the briefest of things I wanted to talk to you about. Sort of similar to the video I did the other day about Gabby Hanna. Just like a little nugget for you. I honestly can't bring myself to make a whole episode of The Dump because those require me to write jokes, and I don't have a whole lot of jokes. I can't really sit down and force myself to be funny. Although I guess some of you are probably like, why start now? And I'm like, great, valid question. Today I want to talk a little bit about Colleen Ballinger because I had started noticing something, and then it's sort of like coming to fruition, if you will. And I just thought we could talk about it because that's what we do here. We talk about it. So if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe because this quality content is something you surely don't want to miss out on. Gin is so good for dehydration. So, let's talk about it. The last time I talked about Colleen Ballinger was like a few weeks ago. I made a video called, what was it called? Babe, Wake Up, Colleen Ballinger's Being a Weirdo Again. Great title, me. Thanks, me. So in that video, I touched on the fact that Colleen was like having like this really like pathetic, weepy moment about how much she missed touring and meet and greets because she missed essentially being able to receive the compliments that people give to creators when they meet them. Basically putting a face to like the nice comments or whatever. And how weird it is that that is what evoked such emotion out of her instead of anything having to do with like her family or her children or anything like that. And it was weird. It was absolutely bizarre. One of the points I meant to touch on in that video, and I wish I had because then I would have looked like the psychic that I am. But I had noticed, because I don't watch all of her vlogs, I'll catch up every once in a while, especially if I have my ear to the ground and there's something afoot. Or there's a title that leads me to believe she's going to whine and complain about things. So I'd been noticing in her thumbnails that she had been sort of bringing, or at least making her audience comfortable again with the idea of talking about the character she did for a long time called Miranda Sings. And I've been saying for a long time that I feel like her complaints about touring and her sort of memorializing touring in her videos and waxing poetic about the good old days is really just her dipping her toes into this larger idea of potentially going on tour again. Because all she ever talks about, I miss tour so much. I miss touring. I toured for my whole life and I miss touring so much. So I really do think she's like trying to gauge her audience's comfortability with the idea of her going on tour, especially because apparently, do you remember in the heyday of the YouTube OGs when they all got book deals and every YouTuber was writing a book? Now every YouTuber is a stand-up comedian and they're going city to city doing tours. Now don't get me wrong, like I feel like people like Trisha Paytas certainly have a something to offer an audience, right? Like there's so lover or hater, there's entertainment there in some capacity, right? Same thing with like creators like Jamie French, who, you know, does comedy and can do music. She's got something to offer a crowd, right? But like in some of these cases, it's like these tours make no fucking sense. But that's neither here nor there. If you're a creator doing a tour, hell yeah, do it. I'm sure whatever you bring to the table, your audience will go absolutely batshit crazy for. But I think in this new era of creators all going on tour, whether they have something notorious to offer a live audience or not, I think it's creating a level of jealousy now in her that it's sort of fast-tracking this idea. And what I mean by that is I noticed that she's trying really hard to bring specifically Miranda Sings to the forefront. So in one of these videos, she has a laptop that she, I guess, is giving to her niece who had her laptop stolen during the fires. And she was going through the laptop and, oh, surprise, the only thing on this laptop that she's going to give to her niece was her tour intro and all this tour footage and stuff. And wow, how convenient. And the title is like trying to remember the tour intro or something like that. Trying to remember the Miranda Sings show. And there's like 2 seconds where she fumbles the lyrics and then she goes into the whole thing and she's got it by heart. Like, girl, we know you're up at 2 a.m. doing that shit in your mirror. Like, knock it off. Anyhow, and then the next one was making Miranda Sings merch for her kids. So, like, ever since they were tiny, you know, even before she was canceled, like, she's been shoving the character Miranda Sings down the throats of her children, which I think is really weird considering, especially now. Like, so she turned, like, Miranda Sings merch into, like, a romper type of deal for her twins. And it feels like very purposeful placement. And then maybe I'm just reading too much into things, but I absolutely doubt it. Because she put up a video, and what is this video titled? I don't even know, to be honest with you. She put up a video where she was dressed like Miranda Sings. And I feel like this is just her wading in the waters of, can I bring this back and can I do this again? Has enough time passed since I have been canceled for me to do this? And unfortunately, the truth of the matter is, I do think so. Like, I don't think so, personally. I don't think she should continue to have a thriving career. I don't think so at all. I think the things that she has been accused of are serious enough that, I don't know, filling roomfuls of children to go see her just feels quite egregious to me. But what's the context? Why is she dressed like Miranda Sings? Let's watch together and find out.
I did something very strange last night. I do something strange every night. I'm sure everything I do is strange to most people, but...
Yeah, you are so strange and quirky and random. I see what y'all mean about millennials. As a millennial, I see it. I see it.
Last night, I actually dressed up fully like Miranda for the first time in a very long time. It was because there's a book that my kids really like called The Pout Pout Fish. This is a very popular book. A lot of people like this book. I'm dragging my laundry right now. Ow! Oh, I just jabbed my side into the, ow! My kids love The Pout Pout Fish book, as a lot of children do, but sometimes I'll read it to them like Miranda, and they really like that. And I thought it would be fun to make a little video of like Miranda reading The Pout Pout Fish book to them, because they make me read it to them like 800 times a day, and I was like, well, maybe I can make a video reading it to them. That way, whenever they ask me to read the book to them, sometimes I can do it, but sometimes I can just show them the video.
Here's my thing. Like, okay, kids love voices and kids love crazy characters and stuff like that. Couldn't you just come up with something new? Or is your brain that tapped that the best you can do is, are you kidding me? Like, that's the best you can do? There are so many ways you could read The Pout Pout Fish, including in person. Why, are you not available? I want to know what she does all day. I really do, because she's got a nanny and a stay-at-home husband, okay? What are you doing all day? A video edit? These, like, 20-minute vlogs that couldn't possibly take more than about an hour to edit? Read to your kids.
So I had this thought, like, oh, what if I did a video of like Miranda reading it to them? I thought that would be funny. And I just didn't put much thought into the fact that I hadn't done Miranda in so long.
And I can't imagine how difficult it was to get back into character. What with putting on sweatpants and a sweatshirt and pinning 2 sides of your hair down and then overdrawing your lipstick and then talking like an idiot. That is some Stanislavski type shit.
So I didn't film like putting on the Miranda stuff because I just kind of did it, and then I was like, whoa, this is the first time I've done this in a really long time, which might not seem like a big deal to anyone else, but it really felt like a big weird deal to me that I was finally putting on Miranda again, but just to do it for myself, for my kids.
Wow. I hope you told your therapist about it later. That sounds like a real breakthrough.
Anyway, I started editing that last night and my shoulder just hurt too bad, so I had to stop. So
Yeah, she's been having this shoulder pain, apparently. She threw her shoulder out and she can't even edit. So
I never finished it, but I did film a little bit of me dressed like Miranda last night just because once I was dressed like Miranda, I was like, I feel like I should vlog about this. It's kind of weird. So I'll show you a little bit of that while I clean up my rock pile mess.
God, thank goodness. I was afraid we weren't going to be able to watch it.
Ready for a jump scare? I haven't done this in so long. This is really weird. I have this idea for my kids. I was like, oh, I want to film this Miranda thing really quick before their bath time. Put on the shirt and I ran upstairs, I got some lipstick. I wanted to do it really fast before their bath time. I didn't put much thought into it. I just threw on the lipstick and then I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh, I have not done this in so long. It's very weird. So I felt like I should document it. So here I am.
Wow, thank God we didn't miss out on this. This is really groundbreaking shit. Also, my question is, you didn't put much thought into it. Had you put much thought into it before?
I don't have much time. I'm gonna try to film this really quick. And the reason I'm here is because I need a green screen, but I don't want to go get my big green screen, so I'm using this. Now I'm realizing that this color is very similar to this color, so I don't know that this is gonna work. But we're gonna try. All right, here I go. I'm going to read the Pout Pout Fish book to my kids. I'm a Pout Pout Fish with a Pout Pout face, and I spread the dreary wearies all over the place.
Just a reminder of the comedy of Colleen Ballinger. It's alive. I'm not gonna say it's well, because it sure as fuck ain't.
Blump, blump, blump.
Wow. You know, if she doesn't bring that back, that will be a true travesty. I can't think of any other act that would be more damaging to the art of comedy. So what do you think? You could dress up like literally anyone. You could create a brand new character for your kids. One that doesn't have a weird foot fetish or a creepy uncle or any other really weird connotations that she created for a character who she herself said is for 13 plus. Except anyone over the age of 13 has a better, more mature, and well-developed sense of humor than whatever the hell this is. So that's just all I really wanted to talk about today, was I think that Colleen's gearing up to actually try to do a tour. It's going to start small, if I could guess. A couple cities in and around the state of California. And then it's going to spread. And she's going to go back to her old ways. Because cancellation isn't real. No matter the crime. It's not a real thing. So, get ready, because Miranda seems like she's coming back. She's not just for bath time. She's for all the other times. Especially the time when you feel like you want to kill yourself. Anyway, I hope you're all having a great week. Make sure you subscribe. Bye.